welcome back. If you guys are new here, hey, what's up? My name's Desi. I enjoy doing different makeup looks on here, as well as showing you guys different like fashion hauls and unboxing BoxyCharm boxes. If you're interested in videos like that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you hit that notification bell, you'll see when my videos come up first. And go ahead and comment below on different looks that you would be interested in seeing. So today I'm just going to do a get ready with me video. I don't have anything specifically that I want to show you guys, but I'll talk about the different products as I use them and let you know what I think of them as I'm going through. These are things that I've been using for a little while now, at least, that you can kind of get a good grasp on what they're like. I figured as I'm getting ready today, I would kind of answer some questions. So I love watching YouTube myself. And recently I was watching, I think it's Hailey Bieber's What's in My Bathroom or Who's in My Bathroom or something like that. And between her and Kendall Jenner, they were doing kind of like a Never Have I Ever segment. And I figured I would answer questions like that as well. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a get to know you kind of thing. I did do a get to know me video, one of my first makeup videos that I did on here, but it was kind of like, you know, the basics, like name, age, where you grew up kind of thing. Let's see how this goes. Wish me luck, guys. So anyone that knows me knows that when I'm doing different makeup looks, I love playing around with different color contacts. So I picked some up from TTDI and, oh, that's probably better. I don't actually have the colors because also, yeah, it doesn't really say the color on here, which is so weird. Also, I can't read half of what it says. It's in a different language. But there are a bunch of different codes and whatever else, where I could probably just like type in the number, the batch number, or I could probably just type in the code that's on here and look it up. But it's like a nice light blue color this one is. Sometimes my friends get freaked out by these colored contacts depending on how dull or bright they are. I actually put them in yesterday. I'll try and insert a picture here, but right here. But I put them in thinking, okay, well, they're just dark, so they kind of like just go with, like, my natural eye color is brown. So I thought, okay, they kind of look more like natural or whatever. And after I had them in for a little while, I remember we were outside, and when I came inside, I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, like they were huge. So they kind of, I guess they were like their dull eye contacts, which the name sounded really cute, but when they were on, they kind of like, they were a look for sure. If you are here from like my TikTok makeup videos, let me know which one you like the best, because that kind of gives me an idea on what kind of looks you guys like to see. I do have like a huge range of the kind of makeup looks that I do, because I just love playing around with it, and there's just such a variety when you're doing stuff like that. Anyway, so these ones are really cute. The primer that I have in front of me that I'm going to use is the Fenty Beauty primer. And I started like kind of like bedazzling my makeup products a little bit. So I'm just warming that up in my hand and kind of pushing it into my skin. So one of the never have I ever questions is, have you ever been pregnant? And I have. So I've been pregnant 3 times, all successful pregnancies. So I have 3 kids, and they are pretty awesome. They're not on social media. With the first pregnancy, it was like easy, normal pregnancy. I could have been pregnant forever kind of thing. Epidural, and in 2 hours, delivered. And then very, very easy labor, like no complaints. Second one, same idea, but it was in the middle of the night. Pregnancy was a little bit harder, but the labor and delivery, all again, 2 hours, very easy. I think they were all between like 2 and 4 hours. And then my last one, the epidural actually almost killed me with the second one. So with the third one, I didn't have an epidural. I had no meds. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. If you're cool with an epidural, take the epidural. I just knew that when I was having a third, I knew that I couldn't do the epidural because of the second one, you know, like I said. But yeah, it was tough to do without the epidural. Not impossible by any means, but I almost ripped the bed rails off of the bed because it was a very intense, like a clutching pain. So that was fun. So yeah, 3 pregnancies. The foundation that I want to use today is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This one here is a 2-in-1 foundation concealer, and I just love the way that it looks on my skin. Like, it just keeps my skin looking really moisturized and dewy, basically. But I don't have to use a lot of this, so I kind of just put on 1 pump at a time and spread it out and see if I need more. The next question that they had asked the girls was, have you ever kissed the same guy as your best friend? I have to say no, because I don't think so. I'm trying to think, like, back in like previous, like before relationships and stuff like that. Okay, I do need another pump because that one did not fulfill what I needed it to. Anyways, the next question is, have you ever done a cake stand? And definitely a relatable question, because yes, I have. I've done many in my life. Where we lived before having kids and stuff like that, our life basically consisted of bush parties or cake parties hosted by us as well as other friends of ours. Like, we had been to quite a few. So yes, I've done my fair share of cake stands that usually end in, you know, getting violently ill at the end of the night. Just for a different kind of coverage, I'm going to throw the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint over top of this and try to blend it in with that smudge as well, and just to see what the mixture is like. The next question was, have you ever been in a physical fight? And yes, I have. Possibly more than once in my life, but only like one time that I can like really remember. I don't really like talking about like negative things ever. Like, that's not really what I stand for. When I was younger, I lived with my dad and my 2 brothers, and we did taekwondo. I think I was like 4 or 5 when I did it. So I learned a bit about self-defense and how to do like a perfect side kick. So little things like that. I got my first yellow stripe and knew that I didn't want to do it anymore. It was, I think I just found it really boring. It just wasn't something that I was into. We grew up on Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme. So yeah, anyways, so we did taekwondo as kids. So I think I always just felt like a tougher kid, like, because of that, because I always had that in my mind. Next thing that I'm going to use is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Now, I've been using this one for quite a while, but I generally just use it for my eyelids because I like the way that it helps my eyeshadow stay on. Like, it's kind of like an eyelid primer for me. I have used eyelid primers in the past. I don't like the way they make my eyeshadow crease, but I find that with a nice foundation, it's a little more tacky, and then you can get a good base down, and then it's pretty good from there. I do have to fix my eyebrows still, so give me a break on that. But I find that with a nice foundation, it's a little more tacky, and then you can get a good base down, and then it's pretty good from there. I do have to fix my eyebrows still, so give me a break on that. But yeah, along with the self-defense thing, so with the first, whatever, with the physical fight thing or whatever, I think because I was always kind of taught to stick up for myself, as I got older, I never really cared about like people making fun of me or teasing me. It was like, it then became a protective thing over my friends. Starting to go to the bars and stuff like that, people get drunk and they want to fight and whatever else. Again, some people are just straight up mean. Which I don't stand for. I don't like that. I guess it's always been something that I've felt strongly about, because it's just, looking back at it now, I'm kind of reflecting in therapy, so thank you guys for listening. But I feel like when somebody would be mean to my friends, I would stand up and say something, because the person was being really mean to everybody that I was with. And although I didn't know her very well, it ended up being a physical altercation. I'm not going to go much more into it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I'm not a fighter. I am a lover for sure. I'm gonna go with this palette here. First shade I'm using is the shade Sauce, and this is just for, see how it's already doing that because I waited too long. Let me take that that concealer brush that I already was using and just pat that back in. There we go. And then now I can go in with Sauce. Have you ever fought with a best friend? And honestly, I'm not gonna go into details, but I feel like every good relationship has to go through some shit to figure out how you'll pull out of it. So like a relationship that I had, you know, a decade ago, of course, we had a fight. We didn't really come out of it strong because it kind of was like, just a lot of like negative emotions that came out of the fight, where it was like, oh, okay, well, those were your true colors. That's really how you feel about me. There's nothing that I could like, I couldn't take anything positive out of that relationship at that point. So it was kind of like, we had good memories and we, you know, built a nice bond for the most part, but there was just so much animosity in that relationship after that, that it was kind of like hard to come back from. Even in like my most serious relationship, of course, like, you know, we split up for at some point because we had to go through some stuff. No relationships are easy. I feel like at the end of the day, all relationships have to kind of go through that fight basically in order to come out stronger. And like my best friend who I have right now, like she is my person. She is everything to me. And of course we went through some stuff at some point in our life, but we came out way stronger. And that is something that I will always be forever grateful for, that we went through that in the first place. So to all the people that caused that to happen, thank you. Okay, so I guess we're having a Violet Voss eyeshadow kind of day, because this is the Limeade, Sparkling Cherry Limeade palette, and this is like some super bright colors that I wanted to play around with, because I do have the blue contacts in. I don't want to do blue. I don't really want to do a blue look with this, but I'm going to do like a purpley pink look, and if I throw some blue in there, awesome. If not, we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to take this bright pink color here and kind of put it all over, and then I want to try this little purple shade here, I think in the center, kind of like a halo, because I really like that look. We'll see without liquid on it how it applies. Oh yeah, that's super bright. So I might need to put some concealer in there to kind of like re-brighten that center area. We'll just apply this and see how it works out. The next question is, what reality show you could binge watch? My answer is honestly probably any. Like, there's a lot that I don't like, but the main ones that I do enjoy are, some of my favorite reality shows are ones that I've been watching from the very beginning, like Teen Mom. So I watched that when I was 16 and pregnant, and I was like 25 and pregnant, and I was still like traumatized from that show. But I really enjoy Teen Mom. I love Chelsea. I love Kaylin. Who else do I like? Oh, and Macy. Those are my like top 3, I think. I do love Leah now. I went through a phase where I really did not, I didn't like her. The kids are all cute on all aspects of it, but Chelsea, Kaylin, and Macy are my top 3 moms on the shows. And yeah, I like the Kardashians. I am not, you know, I'm sad that they're going to be getting rid of that show on E, but I heard that they might be going to Hulu, so we'll see what happens with that. And another one that I really like is Jersey Shore. Like, when it was like a hot mess show back in the day, it was like a guilty pleasure, but now it's, I mean, I guess it's kind of still a guilty pleasure, but it's a lot better now, I think, because they're all older and grown up, and it's different drama, I guess. Okay, so as I was getting that purple shade on the brush, I thought I better put a little bit more concealer on my eyelids, because they are pretty pink right now, and I do want this purple color to show up a lot brighter. So I'm just going to take a touch of this concealer, put it right in the middle, and then as I spread it out, it should be good. And please ignore my nails, as they are usually done nice, but I live in Ontario where we are still locked down, and nail salons are not open right now. So I would have painted them, but I just kind of wanted to get a video up for you guys. Okay, so as you can see, that's nice and cleaned up there. And then I'm going to take this purple color and kind of tap it off. I'm going to spray it so it's wet, and hopefully that's nice and even. Okay, let me spritz it a little bit with some, what is this? The Cocoa Gold Mist setting spray. Just as long as it's wet, it's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, that's dripping on me, so let's see. Yeah, as you can see, that's going on there beautifully. Oh, and it smells so good too. Okay, so the next question was, what's your type? Like, describe your type in like 3 words. I think my type and my preference is kind of different. When I'm watching movies and different actors and stuff like that, like, these are the things that they have that I notice that I'm very attracted to. And that would be a clean beard, substance abuse problems, like drinking, and just like, you know, kind of like that badass type, swearing or slightly aggressive or whatever, like not physically aggressive, like a strong man. And obviously preference wise would be like no substance issues. The beard can stay, the strength can stay. I like funny. I really love funny, you know, who doesn't like a funny guy? But yeah, I noticed that what I'm attracted to unintentionally is definitely my type. A product of our childhood environment. So things that you see as a child is what is normal to you. Things that you attract as an adult are things that were normal as children. And, you know, with my kids, it's more or less trying to not like retrain them, but like kind of reset that idea, so as to not put all of my childhood errors and mistakes onto my kids as well, if that makes sense. Okay, so I know I said I probably was going to use a blue, but I do want to try and use it as like a wing. I'm going to try to focus on underneath where that color is a little bit. Okay, so the next question is, what subjects in school did you thrive at? These are supposed to be like get to know you questions where like if you're in a group setting, you're supposed to ask the other person like, what subjects do you think I was good at? So before I answer, like go to the comments and write down what you think my best subject was in school. And I'll wait. I'm waiting. I'm gonna spray this color as well. Here is hoping for the best. Okay, so I'm gonna use the edge of this to kind of clean up the corner so it's not too wild and crazy. Hopefully that's nice and straight there. I kind of want to use this tip here. Kind of guide that. Okay. Now I'm going to use that little mirror there that I had to kind of make it a little bit slanted. Okay, so my favorite subjects in school were English, because I really liked to read as a child, and I'm just brushing this above my upper lash line as I would use like a regular winged liner. Anyways, so English, and in grade school I really enjoyed English and math. Those were my two subjects that I did well at because they just came very easily to me. And then as I got into high school, I stopped enjoying math, and I still liked English, but I started like really getting into drama. I guess since in all of my years of school, I always enjoyed drama or like something artistic, like when we got to do like music stuff or dance, that was fun. But in high school, it was more so literally just English and drama, because I found that math was so, it could have been the teacher that I had as well. Like just, I had no interest in doing that. So I'm trying to just even that out. Okay. I want to make sure that's nice and straight there. That one like that. Give it that sharp edge. And again, hope for the best. As long as it looks good at the end of it, we're all good. I'm done with that part of the eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Milk Makeup black liner. I think it's pretty much empty though, so oh my gosh, it's like, this is one of my favorites. So I wonder if I should get a refill or not on that. Okay, not bad. I can still use it a little bit. Okay, for my brows, I'm going to touch them up with the NYX Lift and Snatch. I have been trying to use the Maybelline Tattoo Brow maybe like once a week, and it usually lasts maybe 2 or 3 days, depending on how much I scrub the makeup off of my face at night. I've been using it, and I've been enjoying it because it is that felt tip, like a liquid liner, and it's just really nice to imitate brow strokes. So as you can see, I just do like gentle strokes here, and anything that makes a mess I can actually just clean up with a Q-tip, which is nice, but I'm gonna try to just do this nice and gently here. So as a child, I always wanted to be an actress or a teacher. And I think the reason that I wanted to get into acting was because, like, I grew up with 2 older brothers, and my oldest brother got to go to like really cool auditions, and it was so much fun watching him do stuff like that. But when it came to the other 2 children, we were not, we didn't get asked to do stuff like that, which kind of like broke my heart. As I got older and knew that I wanted to do stuff like that, like I didn't have that support. I was kind of just told like that, oh, they just scam, they just take your money, whatever else. Like I was never really believed in for anything, any of my hopes and dreams as a child, you know, which is sad, but also it just makes me want to do better with my own kids, you know. If my parents believed in me more, I guess maybe, who knows where I would be. But I mean, it is what it is. And I did try to do a couple like things on my own when I did live in Toronto. I kind of went to my own, I kind of did it myself and went to like a casting call or whatever. I think I had to get like headshots of myself, and I went to one of those photo booths in the TTC in the subway station. And when I went in, I did headshots like on these little $4 things because I didn't have any money. Like I was a starving artist. So then I went into this casting call and I did like I read the lines that they had wanted me to do. I think I had to pay $20 or $40 to do the audition. And right then and there, it was like something out of the newspaper. So they took my $20 or $40 and they were like, you know, if you can afford to do it, save up your Christmas money and birthday money and stuff like that and get a portfolio together. And when they told me that, I was like, well, obviously they didn't like me because they would have just paid for me to get a portfolio done if they really wanted me to work for them, you know? So I didn't feel like I was a star at that point. I think that's where my hopes and dreams of being an actress had died. I'm gonna use the Too Faced concealer again this time and do this, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and put that all, push that all into my skin in a second here. I want you guys to go ahead and put in the comments some assumptions that you have about me. I'll do another video later on answering those assumptions. So that, I think that would be like a fun video where I've always, like all of my life, I've struggled with people always judging me based on, you know, resting bitch face or whatever. People always say that either, you know, you don't look very approachable, or I thought you were a bitch until I met you. So I would love to know your guys' assumptions about me, and I will definitely answer them on another video. Also, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see from me next. Like, I do have a Fashion Nova video that I'm working on right now editing, so that one's probably gonna be up before this one. So if you like stuff like that, there should be a new Fashion Nova video up. If there's any other hauls that you guys would like to see as well, let me know. The next thing that I'm using here is the Ciete London Coconut Setting Powder. This is one of my favorite setting powders out there. It just smells so good. It works so well. I'm just going underneath where I just put that concealer. Everywhere that I just put that concealer, I just want to set it a little bit. And this stuff actually brightens as well. So I put a little bit, you know, to brighten certain areas as well. Oh, this stuff smells so freaking good. So I was using the Too Faced Ethereal setting powder for a little while. I'm using the e.l.f. Bora Bora Putty Blush here. It has been my go-to lately, and I just absolutely love this color. It's just such a pretty color for any time of the year, honestly. And I just push that into my cheekbones, and I bring it up over my brow bone as well, and I kind of just dab it on my nose just to give that a little bit of color. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of contour here. An oldie but a goodie is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This one I like because it is super buildable. I'm just gonna bring this down in a straight line, and then I'll blend that in after. And it's just one of those ones that's just never let me down. So let me do that. And then I'm gonna take the brush that I used for brushing away all the powder there, and I'm gonna just push that into my skin just so it's not like a deep line there. So I'm actually using the Juvia's Place Clio highlight. I'm using the concealer brush that I used for my eyelids because I don't have a highlighter brush on hand here. This is the Juvia's Place Luxe Liner. This is in Love Me. And then I'm going to use the Too Faced Melted Peony. And then I'm going to top it with the Live Glam Bungalow Babe. Let's see here. Okay. So I did recently get my lips filled, and I do have a video of that on here if you guys want to check that out. Last July, I actually went and got a breast reduction done. And I shared most of that journey over on Instagram, but I was thinking about doing a video over here as well. Just like a story time, talking about it. If that's something you guys are interested in hearing about though, let me know in the comments and I'll get on that. And I can get clips from my Instagram stories that I had kind of on the journey there. Now for the gluts. I love Live Glam. I love their products so much. Oh, it smells so good too. Okay, so that is that. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz some of this stuff on. I'm gonna use the gold one, the Gold Cocoa Gold Mist. And this is by the brand The Beauty Crop. Oh, okay. And let that set. All right, you guys, let me know what you think about this look in the comment section. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do that if you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, and I hope to see you guys real soon. Look at the gold shimmering on my ear right now. Okay, what do you guys think? It's a bit bold, but I kind of like it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Love yous. We'll be right back.